Let's start streaming. Yeah, today, February 28th, 2021. Mic's working good. Upload speed's good. All right, we're going to connect here. Wait for some people to join and all that jazz. Here we go. Coming at you, February 28th, 2021. It's a great day because it's the return of The Walking Dead. Now, I know some people will say it was on last week. Well, not everybody had access to it, so today is the official return of The Walking Dead on AMC. So it's a big day because for a lot of people, I didn't think they were going to be able to pull off a lot of things with the pandemic and stuff, and they got 6 episodes. We should be thankful for that. And we'll talk about the episode. We'll talk about Season 10C. And I guess anything else you want to talk about, and a couple other things that I saw recently on different movies and different stuff. I just like sharing what's going on with it. So we'll wait for more people to join here. I know there's a little delay with the live chat and everything, and I want to be open for answering questions. So thank you guys for joining me today, February 28th, 2021. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, but definitely for Season 10, Episode 17, 10C, the comics. I guess Fear the Walking Dead. A spoiler warning for everything there too. So I'm not here to spoil the episode, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some stuff that I enjoyed, what I guess thought they could have done better a little bit. And we'll talk about a bunch of things. And Paul C., hi Brian from the UK. UK coming at you. Pretty cool stuff. Negan 1, my guy there too. So I want to say thank you to everybody that... Oh, my upload speed... my upload speed's messing around here. Hopefully the stuff is still going through, but it might be one of those days, But okay. So last week I talked about some magnets that I was going to be making and selling, and I appreciate you guys. There was several people who put in orders, and I shipped some of them out, and I'm still finishing up a couple there, and it was pretty cool. It was great support, and I truly appreciate it. And thank you everybody that saw the magnets, liked them, bought some, thought about buying some, still thinking about buying some. So, I'll try to make some different ones. And, it was real emotional for me talking about the fighter magnets. And, I just can't believe that happened to me. It was one of those things where it broke me down, and shared it with you live on the live stream. This is live coming at you and stuff happens. But overall, guys, it means a lot to me that you're a part of the channel, part of the community, part of the Walking Dead family. And I love the idea of, the groups coming together from all over the country, the world, just, different continents, different things coming at you too. So today is Sunday, February 28th, 2021, and it airs on AMC, The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 17. Tomorrow, I believe it airs in different countries across the world. So some people got to wait till tomorrow. Some people already saw it. Some people are waiting. Some people will see it toward the week. And I'm excited to talk about it because it's a blessing and not a curse, but I guess a little frustrating when you watch the episode and then you're like, I just want to talk about it. But not a lot of people saw it. And that's why I asked the question in the post that, did you watch it yet? Because I wanted to see how many people actually watched the episode. Some people watched it early, some people didn't, some people are waiting till today. And my wife and I, we were watching the Talking Dead special. So if you got to watch that last Sunday, we'll talk about that a little bit, what Angela Kang said, what she didn't say, what we kind of learned. Because I want to say that Angela Kang does better stuff than Scott Gimple during interviews. She actually says things. And when she says, well, I don't want to give that away. I don't want to spoil that. And it's like, that's good. That's all you have to say. You don't have to be like, well, stuff's going to happen. And we're definitely going to do that. And so there's, yeah. And it's like frustrating when Gimple does interviews because he doesn't say anything. And we just want to know something. You don't have to give it to us all. Spoil things. You don't have to ruin anything for stuff people don't want to know. But if someone asks you a question, you got to answer it in a way that's kind of a little better than, we'll see. That could possibly happen. Yeah. Angela Kang actually says some things, right? So Angela Kang is doing a good job, I want to say. And, I'm excited that the 6 extra episodes are actually happening. And if you think about it, though, after tonight's episode, well, I guess today, we're in the final 30 episodes of The Walking Dead. Let that sink in. the final 30 episodes, right? People are like, I can't believe The Walking Dead's ending. I can't believe it's happening. I can't believe it. Like it's happening tomorrow. Like The Walking Dead, it's done this Sunday. 30 episodes. We're going to have 6 and then 24 episodes in the final season. That's a lot of episodes. That is a lot, though. Think about it, guys. Trust me. You know, a lot of people are saying that they don't want the show to end. And they don't want this to happen. But it's one of those things that I just like the idea of having a start, a middle, and an end point. Right? And every good thing has to come to an end. Not every series can be like Supernatural and have 15, 16, whatever, 17 seasons of something. Usually you get 4, 5, 6, 9, maybe 10 seasons of a show. You know, there's the medical dramas and there's different things like that have gone on forever because you can always have medical cases and the drama with the doctors and the nurses and this one and that romance and this one's pregnant and that one's there and there's this thing. It always comes back. Or the SVU stuff, the crime stuff. You know, they have like 4,000 seasons of that. But for a zombie show, that's crazy, right? So Billy says, can anyone see Brian? Hopefully you guys can see me. I don't know. It's got me in the window here and whatever on there too. So Billy, check it out. Check your, I guess, log out, log back in, check out, check it, check back in. But The Walking Dead. So if you think about it, we got 6 episodes of season 10C, which is an extended good thing. Then we got 24 episodes. Are they going to do 12 and 12, 8, 8 and 8? Are they going to do it October, February, and then October again for the release? You know, how are they going to actually release the final episode? So we're going to get 6 episodes, 6 weeks. Going to take us February, March into April. And then we're going to have, most likely, we have Fear the Walking Dead. And then over the summer, we're... Leonardo Couto Lopez says, say hi to Brazil, Brian. Hi to Brazil, Brian. Hi to Brazil. But then we're going to probably have The World Beyond later at the end of this season or of the year for the second season, which is probably going to be the final season of Walking Dead World Beyond because that could roll right into the movies and connect that way and connect the dots some way there too. So, but Darzina03 says, Bry, should Ross Lynch be casted as Sebastian Milton? I don't know who Ross Lynch is, but if you think Sebastian Milton could look like, or that guy could look like Sebastian Milton, it might fit. And I do like the idea of them casting like non-known or very minimally known actors. Sure, they bring in Norman Reedus and, you know, Melissa McBride wasn't the biggest actress and Andrew Lincoln was not the biggest actor, but, you know, Samantha Morton was a pretty big actor. And, you know, a lot of actors that come in there. Majority of actors that have come on the show, though, have been smaller names, not really known actors. You had the Ryan Hursts and the Samantha Mortons and, you know, certain actors like we're going to have, you know, Robert Patrick, which is great. And, you know, C. Thomas Howell was on the show and certain actors. But Michael Cutlitz has been in a lot of things. You don't really realize, though, Michael Cutlitz has been acting for a very long time. If you go back and watch, I think not Beverly Hills 90210, he's on there. If you watch D3, Mighty Ducks 3, he's on there. You watch several different movies, he's in there. He's on Band of Brothers in there too. And, you know, it's pretty cool stuff. So Darzina says, Ross Lynch did Disney shows and movies. Yeah, I'm not really a Disney show kind of guy in movies. I like the animated stuff and, you know, I don't really know, but I'll have to look into Ross Lynch. But hopefully we get a little bit more of who is who if we're going to get Pamela Milton sightings or Sebastian Milton sightings. And I still think Michael James Shaw, I believe his name is, that's going to be our Mercer. Based on who was liking him and who on his Instagram, who was following him, his haircut kind of thing under a hat and stuff I kind of shared with there too. So don't really know much about that guy, but he looks like Mercer and I think he's going to pull it off too. Remember when Kari Payton got cast as Ezekiel and a lot of people thought it was going to be Idris Elba or it was going to be the guy from Lost. And then Kari Payton took the job. And people were like, who's that guy? Huh? He's a voiceover actor for Teen Titans? What? What are you talking about? And now Kari Payton is Ezekiel. Pretty awesome stuff. Andrew Lincoln was not really the best known actor. right? Still kind of isn't. He's known for The Walking Dead and a couple other things. Not really the biggest thing. But he's still Andrew Lincoln. He's still Rick Grimes, and we love him, right? So we'll see how it plays out. And I do like the idea of having different people to play as different casts. And it's pretty cool that a lot of these people have been able to do things outside of The Walking Dead too. So, but overall, I think they do a great job with the casting. And I hope it just keeps rolling in with different thing. And I have a different teaser trailer, new footage clip breakdown thing I want to do. And I was trying to make that video and post it, whatever. But I post my Today's the Day video and then my live stream. And if I did another video, it may not get notified. You know, if you post more than, I think it's 3, so you might get notified. But if it's 4, people aren't going to be notified. And it's like, that really bothers me. When it's like, if I post a video and people are subscribed to my channel, they should be notified. Or if they ring the bell to be notified if they want to be. You don't have to be if you're not. I'm not saying you should be notified if you don't want that. But if you are, people should be notified, right? It's just kind of what it is. So overall, guys, season 10, episode 17 is Home Sweet Home. If you saw the opening minutes, if you saw different things going on, if you saw the episode, you know what happens. But overall, it's a good episode. It's not the best episode. It's not the greatest episode of all times. But I think they did a darn good job with Pandemic being the first episode to set the tone for 10C, to bridge the gap from 1016 into season 11. Maggie's back. This happens, that happens, and they did a really good job with protocols, and it was really good. I think overall they did a really great job too. And people said it was boring, and people said it was this, and people said they loved it, people said they hated it, people said it was slow, people said it was that. But I'm giving credit where credit is due. It was a good episode for what it was, right? It was a really great thing for it to be, on television, and they brought something there. Because again, we might not have had these 6. We probably shouldn't have had these 6 episodes. But I'll gladly take it, and I think they're going to be good. Except for I do hear that season 10, episode 21, the basically Carol episode, is terrible. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes for it there too. So sorry guys, I see some questions about here. Militant asks, Bri, who do you think will take the Rick comic death? I honestly don't know if they actually going to do that at all. Daryl's not getting it. It fits the mold for Negan. The biggest thing is Negan. I made a video about that that I didn't post yet, that I'm going to probably post tomorrow. I'll talk about it there in that video, but my vote is for Negan. I think it fits for things there. Let me see. BB8, do you think the CRM will play a part in the final episodes? I hope so. I hope the Civic Republic, what's the point of bringing the Civic Republic along? Why have the helicopter people and Jadis and Rick to go away if it's not going to connect with the main show? The main show is the tree of The Walking Dead. The branches are Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, Rick Movies, Tales of the Walking Dead, Carol and Daryl spinoff, any other spinoffs they want to do. But the bulk of the show and bulk of the content is from the Walking Dead show. That is the Walking Dead tree, so why not have it connect there? I think it really needs to connect the dots. If we're going to have any sort of connection point with Judith, RJ, Carol, Daryl, Maggie, Rick, Michonne, anybody coming together in that way, I think it's a good way to do it. The other question is Georgie. How is Georgie connected with any of this? Is she not? Because in the episode, don't worry, we'll still talk about season 10, episode 17, Georgie is mentioned that she went out west from Knoxville, Tennessee, I'm guessing. It says Knoxville, but that's really the only Knoxville that I know of. And I think Maggie went south, and then she went over to the east to go to the ocean. So I think Maggie went east and was in the ocean in either North South Carolina or Georgia, wherever. She doesn't really say where it was, but Maggie went east. Georgie and the twins and her group, they went west. So did they go to the Commonwealth, the campus colony, the Civic Republic, somewhere else? How does it connect? We're not sure, but I do like the little teases of things, and the teases are fine as long as they have it's answered, as long as it's connected with somewhere, right? I do like the idea of it being connecting with things, right? So man, there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat here. Thank you guys for being here too. So there's people, what was the question about Madison? Is Madison, Dorothy and Bri, do you think Madison is the leader of the Civic Republic military? No. That wouldn't make sense. Remember the people that were like, I think Madison's going to be alpha. I think Jadis is going to be alpha. I think this is going to happen. That's going to happen. They're going to skip this and go there. She's going to do this. It only fits for Madison to be alive if she connects with Fear the Walking Dead. Not with The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. So if they bring her back, she has to be connected with some sort of connecting point with Ginny's group. The world is the end is the beginning. The stadium people, the vultures, I don't know, like Walker, Crazy Dog, something. I mean, if they're going to bring her back, it's going to be on Fear the Walking Dead. I don't think she has any connection with that. It would be kind of cool if she connected with like Georgie and the twins roll up and it's there, so I don't know. There's been a lot of Madison talk. Like I saw a trailer on Fear the Walking. It says on the Instagram, Fear the Walking Dead's Instagram. And it was a trailer. It was the first half trailer. It wasn't even like anything. We saw it all. It was the same trailer for like the first half. It was like the stuff and the thing, and Alicia was in the jumpsuit and it was there too, right? So Wilson says, I hope Madison is alive. She owes me $20. Yeah, thank you too. Thank you, James. JR, welcome to the level 1 PTP. Thank you, James. I think you were a previous PTP, level 1. Appreciate it. Appreciate all my members, subscribers, patrons, everybody that can support the channel in one way or another, if it's just checking out the channel, if it's liking the videos, sharing the videos, telling a friend about the channel. Any way that you can support it, I truly appreciate it. I'm not going to tell you, you need to donate and that's it. No, everyone's got their own situation. Some people are struggling right now, and some people are doing okay right now, and some people are unaffected by stuff on there too, and it's all right. We're here not to judge. I'm not here to judge anybody and their circumstances, and I'm here to be, I guess the voice of the PT channel and a member of the Walking Dead community and Walking Dead family. Maybe it's a small part, maybe it's a big part, maybe people love the channel, hate the channel, it's all right. People come to the channel for all different reasons, and that's all right. It's all right. But ultimately, guys, Season 10, Episode 17 is a good start. We're going to see Maggie, Judith, Negan, Nabila, Lydia. We're going to meet Elijah and Cole. Elijah's the guy with the mask. He's actually unmasked this episode, which a lot of people... Thank you, Tony Ross, for becoming a level 1 PTP. Thank you. Appreciate it. Tony Ross. Bob Ross? No? Tony Ross? No, just kidding. But... So we're going to see, again, if you saw the opening minutes, you see that Maggie and Negan have a face-to-face. Maggie doesn't say anything to Negan. And it's understandable, but kind of like, this was what we're going to get out of this? Maggie? She's not going to say anything? She carries around her bow and her arrows, her quill and her quiver with arrows. She doesn't even fire an arrow the entire episode. I could be mistaken, but she doesn't really use it at all. She kind of like gets it ready, but she uses the knife more than anything. And yeah, it's CG and stuff on there too, but Daryl will be firing bolts all over the place, right? So Cole is a character that is with Maggie. Somebody said in the comments, and I truly agree, he looks like a replacement for Jesus. Jesus was killed off in Season 9. And that kind of bothers me. It doesn't bother a lot of people like Chandler Riggs getting killed, or Carl Grimes getting killed off on the show. But I kind of see it being a thing where it's there too. So Jonathan, let me answer your question here. So dumb question. Michonne leaving the show means she's going to go to the Rick Grimes movies. Well, nothing is confirmed, but it just makes sense, right? I mean, like, how does Michonne not reunite with Rick? If that doesn't happen, that's going to bother, and sorry for the language, but piss a lot of people off if that doesn't happen, right? So I know that if Rick's never coming back to the show, the only way we're going to see Rick is in the movies. If Michonne, being connected with Rick, it has to happen in the movies, so it should happen on there too. So, Ed says a good point. I saw that Jesus wanted out. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. No, don't blame him. Yeah, no, I'm not blaming him. I know that Tom Payne felt like he was underutilized. He didn't get his comic story parts. He didn't get his action, and he was training. And there's a lot of, fight sequences and training stuff that he did. He did a couple of jumps and spin kicks and spinning back fists and whatever on some, and you see the videos on Instagram, and he had it on Talking Dead and everything there too. So I think he was frustrated more than anything. And then he has that show, Prodigal Son. So he's doing all right there. If he's the lead of the show, he's probably making pretty good money on Fox. You know, I wonder if he's making more money on Prodigal Son as a star for 2 seasons than he did on The Walking Dead. I would think so, right? You know, because I think it's the 2nd season. I haven't seen 1 episode, but I know he's the main star of that show. OMJ. Hey, PT, thanks so much for all the videos and live streams. I really like your content, man. Well, thank you. OMJ. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. It's always good to have supporters and just kind words. You know, I'm not a person who needs like constant good words, like good pat on the back, like good job, you know. But it's nice to hear support for people that enjoy things, you know, like after a while, you know, it's good now that The Walking Dead is back. The trolls are going to be out because The Walking Dead is back, but the trolls are definitely out all the time. And I've kind of made peace with it to be like, look, because I come to the conclusion that like if I'm talking to Ed or Jennifer or BB-8 or James or Three Souls Paranormal or something on there too, or Jeannie, I think I'm talking to like a real person, right? Or T-Love or anybody on there. I'm like, hey man, how we doing? I think it's like a real person, man, woman from somewhere in the United States or somewhere in the country or somewhere in the world or somewhere all over the place, right? And it's like I'm thinking dealing with a real person that we're having a conversation. So if someone has like a thing and we're like, you do this or you do that, you know, I try to accommodate and understand and grow and because to do that. But then I realized that people have said some comments about that person or people, they make multiple accounts with different names. They come in and troll, they get banned, make a new account and do it all in there too, right? And you're like, wow, that's kind of crazy because like if I go to a channel, I'm like a real person and I talk to them about it on there too. And just like, what the heck is that? You know, it's just crazy to think about that too. So, but I don't know. But ultimately guys, the Home Sweet Home is the episode and it's about Maggie's return. And I like Maggie. Some people are really not liking Maggie. There's somebody on Facebook. Like it was so funny. Like I'm a member and a follower of like a bunch of different groups on Facebook. You know, the Walking Dead family and the Talking Dead thing and the Not Dead family and all these people. I'm in a bunch of them. So, and somebody wrote, which was hilarious, and I thought it was funny. Because I like Maggie. I like Lauren Cohan. I got to meet her. I think she's beautiful. I think she's nice. I think she's sweet. I like Maggie. I like the character. I like where they're going with it too. So I don't have a problem with Maggie. But someone's like, man, I am pissed off that Maggie is back. F her and F her hat. And you're like, man, you don't like her hat? What's up with that? And then when I made the video about Abraham, someone's like, stop, just give it up already. And you're like, no love for Abraham? And I guess some people there too. And there's another group that I had to leave, the page or the group or whatever it was on Facebook, because all they did was you couldn't post anything in there. You couldn't even post anything on there. They would just not allow it. And the only thing they did was they kept calling Daryl the C word over and over and over. And I was like, man, that's disrespectful for a main character of a show that, imagine if Daryl wasn't on the show, right? The Walking Dead probably wouldn't be 10, 11 seasons. It probably wouldn't be, just so many different moments would be different. It wouldn't be as good. It just wouldn't be, I don't know, it just wouldn't be the show it is. But there's people that don't like them and they hate them and all that stuff. And that's fine. You don't have to like you don't have to like the characters for the same reason I do and don't. And, you know, Like I personally did not like Dale at all. He became the moral compass. But when he told Glenn, when Glenn, got it on with Maggie, we'll just say that, right? And you're like, did you ever have an idea? Did you ever think of what her father would think? Yeah, get out of here. I thought I was going to die and I would want to be with a beautiful woman. I'm on Team Glenn for that, right? And then he became like too overbearing with stuff and telling this and telling that. It was just there too. But someone's like, I love Dale. Dale was the greatest person ever. Dale, 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 Dale. And I was like, Dale was pretty annoying to me. I was like not really feeling Dale at all. But some people loved him. I didn't. Some people hate Shane. I kind of understood Shane a little bit. And that's all right. I'm not trying to say one way or the other what it was too. So Jeannie, the group on Facebook called Daryl the C word. See you next Tuesday word over and over and over again, right? So yeah, I got to put that Dale face in a bunch of different videos. Like I just got to pop it up in the middle of it too. Like Dale face. Like it's just great. It's just classic. But ultimately, guys, I enjoyed the episode. If you've ever seen the movie Predator, it is basically like this episode because, you know, if you haven't seen Predator, you don't have to watch it, but I think it's a great action movie. It's got Arnold and Jesse Ventura and Carl Weathers and just a bunch of different action heroes in it, and it's a good action movie. It's about an alien that comes down to Earth, and we had the whole thing on there too, and it's basically hunting this elite strike team that's pretty awesome, and it's made up of all these people, and Arnold's leading the squad, and it's pretty awesome. But it's basically like the Predator is hunting Arnold's group because it's the Predator. It's either predator or prey. You're either predator or prey. And the Predator is hunting the prey. And that's basically what happens in a big chunk of this episode. A predator, a hunter, a person of the Reapers, a militia on there, is going after Maggie and hunting her group and everything. And it's kind of the thing, and the music, and it's just got this similar thing too. So when you watch the episode, you haven't seen it there too, it's pretty cool. Rob K, thank you very much for the super chat. Thanks, Bri, for the daily vids and high quality content. I can't wait to see these new characters, especially Maze. I'm dying to find out about why Aaron has a gun to his head. You and me too, brother. I'm excited because Maze is played by Robert Patrick. And I think Robert Patrick is a great actor. And I think he's going to sell this part of Maze really well. What is that? Like, why does Aaron, he's like, I think it's like counting. He's like, ah. And I don't want to give it away, but I do have a video, or I have a video in mind. I have to make the video. And it's the new teaser trailer that shows a little bit more about that. And it highlights the gun. And it highlights a little bit more of the interaction a little bit. You see Maze a little bit more, but we know that Maze is going to be interacting with Father Gabriel. And Father Gabriel is with Aaron. So what's the deal with Aaron, Father Gabriel, and Maze? And I believe it's season 10, episode 19 is that episode. I could be wrong. I could be out of order, but I think that's the episode there too. So like Ed says, Russian roulette. That's what you think, right? It's basically you have a gun, a bullet in the chamber, you spin it, and you put it to your head and you pull it. And if it doesn't go off, I guess you win. You survive, right? If it goes off, that's it. Game over, man. Game over, man. That's for sure. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see how it goes down. And that's something that probably wouldn't have happened if we weren't getting these 6 extra episodes. Like, this Maze character could be a Reaper. I guess could be a Whisperer. Could be a person that's out on his own. Could be a figment of Father Gabriel's imagination, but it wouldn't make sense for Aaron to be putting a gun to his head. Like, is Father Gabriel making him do that? Is Father Gabriel making Aaron? Because Father Gabriel has the gun at one point. So is it Maze, Father Gabriel, and Aaron all playing Russian roulette? And I would think Father Gabriel and Aaron survive, and Maze doesn't. Something happens there too, so I'm not sure. Jonathan Wilder asks, Q&A, who's your Walking Dead crush? Mine's Michonne. That's a good question, John. I like, my favorite character is Michonne. Probably my biggest crush is probably Lauren Cohan, Maggie. But I mean, all the women are beautiful on the show. I mean, Rosita, Christian Serratos is beautiful. Taro is beautiful. Melissa McBride's beautiful. I mean, Denai Guerrero's beautiful. I mean, just so many actresses are beautiful on the show, and I guess actors too, but that's not my thing. But, you know, some people are like, my wife loves Daryl. She loves Norman Reedus. So, you know, that's I guess if I had to say somebody, it'd be Lauren Cohan. Ed Morris says, great question. Wonder why Robert Patrick's face is burned. Yeah, I mean, it is burned and scratched and cut in like a couple things. So a lot of people are wondering, was he a savior? Was he connected with Negan? But if you look at, Dwight's burn on his face versus that, I mean, I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same by any means too. So, so we got a Magna, we got a Michonne, Maggie. Yeah, I mean, they do a good job. They post like Andrea was beautiful, Lori was beautiful. I mean, Lori was annoying, but Lori was beautiful. They do a great job casting, attractive, good-looking people. The zombie apocalypse in real life would probably not be so attractive. We wouldn't be having there too. Like, women wouldn't be shaving things probably as much as they look like on the show, I would assume, right? So, Alpha, Samantha Morton is beautiful too. Even with the bald head, she was very beautiful. Samantha Morton, Alpha was kind of gross, but that's the kind of character. But, it's just, there it is there too. Exactly. So, but overall, season 10, episode 17, let me just talk about it a little bit. So, like I said, we get to see Negan, Maggie's interaction a little bit. We meet Cole, Elijah. Carol takes Maggie to Hilltop, and Hilltop is burned down. But it's not. It's burned down, but it's not. Like, the water tower is still standing. The Barrington house is still standing. And I guess the bricks would still be up, right? I mean, if I'm just thinking it's a brick house. So the fire wouldn't have all the bricks come down. But the poles, the border walls around the structures, the poles, I guess telephone poles that they use for the walls of it, they're still standing. They're charred, but they're still standing. And you see the different things of the bodies and the bags and the barbed wire and everything for it, and it's still there. And Maggie finds out that Negan was let out by Carol, and Carol did what she had to do because of Negan was the best option for it. Really, was he the best option for it? Because the story and the comics say it was, but I guess it was and it wasn't. It makes sense because Negan wasn't part of our group and part of this, and he had no allegiances. So was he going to flip, or was he going to do that? Was he going to buy into it? No, there. But either way, Negan was let out for it. We find out about Kelly and Daryl. They're still looking for Connie. Connie is mentioned, which is good. They're still looking for her. We're not going to see Connie most likely in the 6 extra episodes because Connie is a character that I don't think filmed. Lauren Ridloff didn't film because of different things. Maybe COVID, maybe the Eternals, maybe other projects. Maybe she didn't feel comfortable doing it. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I don't think she filmed it all. And we're going to talk. They're going to talk about Connie a little bit. Kelly and Maggie have a nice bonding moment. Kelly and Elijah have a nice bonding moment. And Elijah just seems like a young kid to me. I mean, I don't know how old the actor is who plays Sean on Cobra Kai and also Elijah on The Walking Dead. But he seems like a younger guy who lost his sister. And Connie's not lost, but Connie is, some people, we know that she's alive. But our group doesn't know where she is and that she's alive too. So Connie is still out there. Kelly goes out looking for Kelly or Connie, and there's a whole thing where she left the group. They sleep in the storage containers that have nothing to do with Jadis's junkyard. I wish that would have been kind of a nice thing to have. But they're basically going back to find Herschel and the rest of Maggie's group. So Maggie's group is Elijah, Cole, a different Archer, another different guy, 2 other people that were burned, 2 other people that die, and then another person that dies. So Maggie comes back with a pretty big group. Like 10 or so people, plus Herschel. And, Maggie loses. The guy gets shot. The LA gets shot, burned. So she loses about half of her people. She loses about 5 of the 10 plus people that she has. So about that. And Maggie is looking for Herschel. The part in the trailer where she goes into and she looks around, she's scared. That's where Herschel and the rest of the group were at. They were in the, I wouldn't say community, but I guess their spot that they were kind of away from things. So, but Cole knows that it's the Reapers. And we find out that a group, I guess, destroyed the community that Maggie was with. But Maggie talks about a community that she helped start with Georgie in Knoxville. and stuff went sideways. It always does. It kind of doesn't really, work for them. And so she leaves and goes to the village, which is by the ocean, which is either in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. I guess it could be Virginia, but I would think it's one of those 3 states, the Carolinas or Georgia. And Maggie talked about going to a place that was Herschel's sister or somebody. It was in their family. And Herschel enjoyed the water and the waves and was a kid being a kid. And they weren't really having any walkers, but the Reapers came and attacked them, and they did this, and they came back, and they tried to be careful without leading them where they were. And so the Reapers follow them. But we only see one Reaper. Now, we don't get his name, but he's got skills. He's got a ghillie suit. That's basically the stuff that looks like grass, shrubbery, moss stuff. He's blending into the woods. He's a sniper. He's got some training. Was he a Marine? Was he a soldier? Was he in the Navy? We're not sure exactly what he was because we don't really know what they are. And Maggie kind of knows the group, but she doesn't know the group. And it was pretty interesting. Ed says, I hope Winnie is the head of the Reapers. Yeah, that's going to probably be a plot hole of plot holes on there too, right? We're not going to really find out where Winnie is. Maybe she's at the Commonwealth, right? Or maybe she's with the group Michonne found. I don't know if we're going to see Winnie again. But there's some big fight scenes with the Reaper and Maggie and the Reaper and Daryl. And it's basically like the Maggie show. She throws her knife. She knows that she's ready to take out some things. And again, she has her bow and an arrow, but she never fires it. And she loves to, she's all about the knife now. She's got some knife skills, which is cool. So the Reaper was firing his gun, which is a pretty cool gun. Our group better have it. They better have taken that gun. And hopefully he had some ammo and some different stuff. But Maggie goes around and finds the gun, but doesn't find the guy. And the guy was hiding. It's a pretty cool scene, pretty cool stuff. And then the Reaper and Maggie fight. Maggie gets, hog-tied, or I don't know what you call it, but she gets the rope around her leg and she gets, pulled up. And then Daryl comes in and Daryl gets beat up. Daryl gets boom, boom. And then, also the Reaper gets stabbed and he takes it out like it's nothing. He's like, yeah, like whether he had padding or he's just badass, I don't know. So he throws Daryl against the tree and Daryl's like, boom, Daryl gets knocked out. So the Reaper has Maggie, tied up and Daryl's knocked out, but both live, of course. So they're good. And Maggie's trying to get away and she cuts herself down and she comes after the Reaper and they try to fight a little bit. And then the Reaper gets, shot by a bolt. It's either by Kelly, who's using Daryl's crossbow, or one of the several archers that Maggie has with her. And the guy looks at Maggie, drops the knife, and he's like, bah, bah, bah. And you can't really understand what he said. So you probably want to watch it with closed captioning because the audio's a little off. I don't know if it was the boom mics or the this or the editing or it was just bad pronunciation by the actor or what. But he says, Pope marked you to Maggie. Because she's like, why did you attack our village? Why did you do this? What are you called? What are you this? And the guy doesn't answer any of the questions. But he says, Pope marked you. And then he pulls the pin on his vest of, I guess, have grenades or one grenade at least. And then boom, blows up and guts kind of flow all over the place. Kind of reminds me of a Predator with the guts and everything. But, so who's Pope? Pope is the leader of the Reapers. Pope was the leader of the Reapers. Pope is a character that we'll meet. Pope is Maze. Maze is Pope. They're connected. They're not connected. We'll see the Reapers again. The Reapers kind of feel like the Wolves, but they have training. They have skills. They're probably ex-military that were doing things. So is that why he came all the way from wherever Maggie was, whether it was Tennessee to the ocean or the village to there? So are we going to see the Reapers again? I don't know, because if you watch the Talking Dead preview special, they kind of talked a little bit about Maze. They talked a little bit about the Reapers, but from what I gathered is Maze is going to be connected with what happened to Alexandria somewhat. It wasn't really given a clear thing. So I don't know. It doesn't, we'll have to watch and see, and just hopefully it's answered. And that's okay. We don't have to, so OMJ says, hey chat, hit that like button, right? So yeah, a tripwire snare. It's the same. It's the thing. It's just where it pulls her up, and she's, it would take a lot of athleticism and strength to be able to pull yourself up and cut yourself out of it. But she's got it around her one leg, and she cuts herself out of it. So, but when he says Pope marked you, Maggie gives a face like, oh, like she knows who Pope is, or she doesn't understand, right? It's just one of those things where we're just not sure who Pope is and what the thing behind it is. Just hopefully it's answered there too, and maybe they come to Alexandria and where it is, because everybody's at Alexandria. That's where everybody's at. Hilltop's gone, Sanctuary's gone, Kingdom's gone, and Oceanside's there. But it's mentioned a little bit that they're going to take some people, but I don't know if we're going to see Oceanside. Oceanside's not really mentioned at all in a lot of the synopsis for the season 10C. So I guess they can go to Oceanside as well, and maybe that's where Connie is with Virgil. Maybe that's where they end up going in season 11. So hopefully it's answered right away in season 11, but I'm not sure if it's going to be answered in this 10C. Wilson asks Q&A, if Maggie's group were having problems with the Reapers, why didn't Maggie ask for help from Daryl and our group? That's a great question, right? Like, why didn't you write to our group to have them people help them out? Like, what happened when you just couldn't write notes anymore, or letters, snail mail, crow mail? I don't know. What do you call it? Zombie mail? It just seems like, why didn't she ask for help? But again, I think they're just trying to fill in the gaps with things, and it's pretty cool too. So, Christian, you didn't really write anything that I see. All I see, Christian, the last thing you wrote was saying that I miss watching The Walking Dead, is what you wrote, Christian. But yeah, Walking Dead's back today. So we're back, baby. Today's a good day on there too. So, but since I got you here, I wanted to show you a couple magnets. Don't worry, I won't break down. I'll be all right. But here's the fighter magnet, the purple one that I have. I made a couple of those, and I sold a good amount of them. I'm trying to make one or two a couple days or a day. A fighter one, the red. Like that. I got PT Peeps, red and black. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good magnet on there, so it holds really well on the fridge. I like my I Heart Sonoy with the bigger letters. I made these recently because I thought these were pretty cool for Carol. So it's the Carol shippers. So it's Carol and Daryl. So together there, and then I Heart Daryl. I went with the green, brown, and black because Daryl's dirty. So I kind of did that. I know Jen was talking last time for JSS ones. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't know how to make the letters, so I made them different sizes, different thing on there too. And I tried to make it like bones or whatever, but because, the other thing too is that, did you catch that Enid had it written on her hand when she's picked up in the, in Alexandria, when she comes to Alexandria? It's pretty cool stuff. I made this because I was just messing around. So I know it's not October, but October is for The Walking Dead. It's February, but October fit on there too. Does anybody know what this Chinese symbol means? I have this actually tattooed on me. And what video game is this connected with? Or these connected with? Or I like this one. I like the small ones because it reminds me of the video game. And then I went like, you took a little damage and then boom, you're about to die if you got that in a video game. Well, what video game is that for? But I know Ed said, did I sell them? I sold a bunch of them. I didn't sell everything because I've been making stuff all the time. But some people have inquired about it, and we're trying to do pricing that's pretty reasonable for everybody too. So we're trying to stick around like one for $3, two for $5, and maybe like one for $3.50, help with shipping a little bit, and two for $5.50 or something, and put that there, and helps bring money in to make more of them, and also be able to donate to probably going to do the Crohn's and Colitis Fund because I have that. So, try to donate some money to that as well through, see how much we make and then donate some of that at the end of the year. Zelda, man, Zelda, people got it Zelda all the way. Zelda. So I thought about doing different ones like I Heart Maggie or I Heart, Rick, or I don't know, different ones, but I like the idea of for what it was there too. So let me see what this guy's comment is too. Fenny says, Q&A, I got rejected for liking The Walking Dead. What do I do? You got rejected for liking The Walking Dead. What do I do? I don't know who you rejected by. If you're getting rejected by someone that matters and you like something and they don't, then it's just not a common interest. There's things that you don't have to have commonality with everybody. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the context of things. So, I mean, find a group of people that do like The Walking Dead and hang out with them for that, or hang out with people for different reasons. I don't know. You can like different people for different reasons and be where it is. But, it's hard to know context from things there. BJ Logan 007, I just got here. Sorry if it was asked. Q&A, you think Georgie went out west, ran into Virginia, and maybe in one of her communities, Virginia possibly worked with her, then captured her, or CRM? Great question, BJ Logan. Initially, when I heard that she went out west, because Maggie says that in the episode, that Georgie went out west and Maggie went to the ocean. So I thought she would go to the campus colony or the Commonwealth or the Civic Republic, be connected that way. Or I never really thought about Ginny and Texas, but that would be pretty cool. I just want to see Georgie shows up again, right? Like, I'm like everybody else. I love the idea of having just everything connect, whether it's a small little connection. I don't know. I don't know if that is like good or bad, or I just want things to connect and come full circle and just make sense, right? I just like the idea of that. I don't know where it is. Not everything needs to connect, but enough things. If you say something, if you call something, if you bring it up and you let us know about it, it needs to make sense to connect, and it's just got to be, we don't want plot holes. We don't like potholes, and we don't like plot holes. Marvelous of Philly says, Philadelphia, PA, but living in Delaware. I know those areas very well. I grew up in South Jersey. I know Philly for sure. I'm still thinking that Rick is in Philly, or at least went to Philadelphia. And I know I was talking to Diana on Facebook about it, and she showed me a lot of great pictures and different aspects of the theory. I just think that it just makes sense that he went to Philadelphia for a variety of reasons, just for the landscape or the cityscape of things. So I think it was pretty cool too. So. Do I hear somebody's birthday's up in here? Is it Lincoln? Is it Lincoln's birthday? What do we got? It says, Jen says, Lincoln, happy belated born day. So, happy belated born day. So, happy belated birthday? So, is it somebody's birthday? If it is, happy birthday for sure. Ed says, did you ever run up the Rocky Steps? I never did. I never ran up the Rocky Steps, which is the art museum. I've driven by the art museum. I've seen the art museum from a distance. I've never actually been in the art museum or ran up the steps myself. I've seen some of the different filming sites and places there too, but no, I've never done that. I've seen the statue when it was at the Spectrum, which got torn down, and then they moved it. They would put it in place when they were filming at the steps, but they moved it. It was actually at the base of the steps now. It's actually to the other side of it. But if you ever get a chance to go to Philly, that's definitely cool. Lincoln says 17th was my B-Day. So I'm late on the B-Day for Lincoln, 11 days late. So my wife's birthday was pretty recent too. So February birthdays all around. Pretty cool stuff if you're an Aquarius or a Pisces. So, pretty cool. But if you ever get a chance to go to Philly, I highly recommend it. It's a great city. If you love history, if you love nightlife, if you love different things, there's a lot of great things for, the Liberty Bell, and it's just Independence Hall, and just all the different things where stuff was, because Philadelphia was the original capital of the country. before it went to DC. Oh, I guess it was like New York and then Philly in there. So it was one of the original capitals of the country, and then it went to DC, of course. But if you ever get a chance there to do it, so I recommend it for sure. And I can't wait to get information about Rick, right? I just want to know where Rick went, where did he go, where has he been, why haven't we heard from him in a while? I just trying to get up in there and know what's going on with Rick. We really hoped that the world beyond was a big connecting point to Rick, and that's just not going to be what it is. And I did like the idea of someone said that, because Carl was killed off 3 years ago on The Walking Dead. And a lot of people brought up the point, if Carl was still on the show, it could have been Carl, Judith, Gracie, probably no RJ. Maybe RJ is born, maybe he's not. But do they have the world beyond? Does Rick stay on the show? Do they not do the Rick movies? Do they not do the Civic Republic stuff? Is it done in a different way? What would be the point of having the world beyond? Do you still have that? Like, I thought it was okay. It was a decent show. But, I don't know. Like, I like Judith. I like Carl. I like different characters on The Walking Dead that just did better for the story, I would say, overall. But it still remains to be seen. Maybe the world beyond season 2 will be amazing. So, we'll see, too. So, yeah. Love the hoagies. That's right, hoagies. They're called hoagies, not subs in Philly because of the I guess the bread style of how they cut it and the bread. But yeah, I love Philly. I love tasty cakes. I love different cheesesteaks and different stuff on there too. I'm partial to the shore and everything. It's definitely something for close to my heart, I guess. Right. I'll actually be going back to Jersey later on this year for my friend Sean's wedding, so we'll have to do that. Yeah, hopefully be able to get down and see a couple places as well while I'll be home for a couple days. But then let's talk about the The Walking Dead 1017. So, Christian loves to point out when I didn't see his comment. I apologize, I didn't see it. Will Morgan ever come back to the main Walking Dead show? I don't think so. I don't know. That's the main thing. That's a question for Gimple. Fear the Walking Dead is so far behind the timeline of The Walking Dead. That could be like, 6 years passed, 3 years passed, done, caught up, here we go, right? So that's all I have to do. But we have season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead. Is that going to be the final season? Is that going to be what they're going to do? Is Morgan going to bring everybody back? Is that how they wrap up the show? I've asked it time and time again because we don't know the answer. We still don't know. So we'll have to see what happens, with that. But I would love for Morgan to come back and connect with Rick at some point. That would be a nice way to wrap it up. But I just don't know if they're going to do that. I saw Jen says they are having auditions for Walkers. Yeah, The World Beyond is filming in Virginia this right now. I guess, well, not now, but like during the week. And I know they had a call for background walkers and people there too. So that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I would ever do that. To be a walker, it'd be kind of cool to go and be a part and see what the process is like. But they have different levels of walkers, whether it's like hero walkers and this walker and that walker. And I don't know how they're going to do things with COVID now because it's going to change the protocols for sure. Jackie says, hello, Brian, the PT peeps. So glad The Walking Dead is back. I saw the post at the Stone Magnet. I would definitely be interested when they become available. Just let me know, Jackie. Send me a private message on there, just because it's private message for, I got to get your address to mail it and everything too. So, yeah, I'm going to make a couple more different styles, and then I will let me know. If you like this one, Jackie, this style, this one right here, it could be good to go. Just message me, and I have different sizes, the smaller ones, the bigger ons, and I like kind of not filling it in. I just like that kind of design. It just looks kind of different feel. It kind of looks like decaying, archaic, and just breaking down a little bit too. And if you know Sonoy, it's a good place to be if you've never been there too. So I recommend going to Philly, and I recommend going to Sonoy for Walking Dead for sure. So, man, John's asking these crazy questions. Who will win in a fight between the Bride from Kill Bill versus Michonne? I don't know. I mean, the Bride's pretty good. I mean, the Bride did a lot fighting people. Like, we never really have seen Michonne really fight other people with her katana. Like, taking out walkers is one thing, but taking out other people with her katana is definitely different. So I guess I would have to go the bride, even though I love Michonne. Beatrix Kiddo would probably win too. So Jay says, thanks, bride, but I have to go. Definitely want to buy a couple magnets. Take care, everyone. Well, let me know, OMJ, on Facebook, Instagram, and a private message, just because if I get information. The payment is through PayPal, so if you want to let me know that way, we just send them. So what's been going on is that you send me the ones that you want. I show you which ones, if you like this one or that one or whatever the design is, and then we work on the price, and then I work something out, and then you send them the money through PayPal. And I put it in an envelope or however I need to package it up, and then I send it out to you. So it's pretty simple that way. And I like doing it that way because it's more direct. It's also cutting down on fees if you did it through eBay or Etsy or stuff like that. It'd be the same thing. I can just have more communication for there too. So Negan 1, did you get the I am Negan magnets yet, or did they arrive? Let me know. Yeah, no, I can't show you the I'm Negan magnets because I sent them out to Negan 1 actually, and it's pretty cool. Hopefully he liked the different designs of it, and I like the different things of it and could play with it a little bit, and with the coloring of the black and the white. The white is the wood, so I just leave it kind of colorless. So I got the red and the black, and it's cool different designs. But I'll make a couple more I'm Negans, and I like doing that for sure too. So. But yeah, I had pictures of them and definitely up that way. But let me know in any messages if you recommend anything. Like I made the JSS ones and the different things there too. And, I like the different ones for, I heard Daryl or Carol or Maggie or whoever on there too. I am Negan, whoever it is. Would you want me to put like I heart Negan? You heart Negan? No, I don't know. Jen might because she likes Jeffrey Morgan, but I don't know too. So you just let me know. I'll try to make some custom stuff and we'll work something out and we'll get it there too. And I'm trying to aim to please what, have the different stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool to have the different customized magnets. And, they're cool. I tried to get a clear coat on them, but I sprayed the clear coat on there and it just smudged all the stuff. So I was like, I can't do that. So it just couldn't get protected with that too. So, but Ed, let me know about if you want one or two, and I'll work on a couple of different designs. And I'll have it too. So Eric Boston says, does Daryl have a girlfriend? That's next week, bro. That's not this week. We'll see that in season 10, episode 18 with Daryl and Leah. And we'll see Dog. And I guess, what do you call him? Puppy? So you'll see Dog as a puppy. You call him Puppy instead of Puppy Dog? I don't know, right? So let me go over that and then that. So then Maggie is looking for Herschel. And Herschel is found in a tree. And Maggie and Daryl are walking, and he's hiding in a tree. And he hits Maggie with like an acorn or something, and Maggie looks up, and he says, hey, Mom. And to me, it's a nice Easter egg of Glenn, and I'll talk about that in my Easter egg video, why I think it is. And Herschel is safe. They decide that they can't go to Hilltop because it's tore up. They can't go back to another community. They're going to go to Alexandria. And Maggie says that she's okay with going to Alexandria. Cole's like, oh, well, that's a great idea. You want Maggie to go live with the guy who burned down Hilltop, burned down her home, and killed her husband. That's a great idea, right? So I like Cole for that aspect. Like, he's team Maggie. He's for Maggie. He understands Maggie. It's one of those things, too. So you're like, if I found Maggie or Michonne or somebody, and I grew to like Maggie and be part of her group and part of her crew, I have affinity for that person. I don't care about Negan or Daryl or any of these other people. I care about Maggie or Michonne or the person I saw, right? So that's what it is. Now, maybe you come to like these people and not, but I'm going to be on the person's side that I'm there. My loyalty is to that person. So Maggie decides we're going to go back to Alexandria, and it's good, and they do that, and the episode ends with Maggie walking into Alexandria, holding Herschel's hand. Negan sees them walk in and walk by, and everybody goes to Alexandria. We find out that the Whisperers left them a present. I guess they spray painted on some of the walls. I guess they burned up the place a little bit, and that's when Beta was there in season 10, episode 15, and they left, and then season 10, episode or 16, and then they were gone, and so we'll see what the damage is. But it's a pretty good episode. You find out some information about Maggie, you find out some information about different stuff, and it sets the tone for these 6 extra episodes. So remember, guys, this is one of the final 30 episodes left. It's crazy to think that way. It's crazy to think that we only have 30 episodes left, 29 after tonight. But that's a lot of episodes, right? So after the 6, we have 24. But every season of The Walking Dead, well, except the first one and the second one, from season 3 to now, they've been 16 episodes. So 16 episodes is a lot. So if we get 24, that's a season and a half. And with the 6, we're like, it's roughly about 2 seasons left, because that's 32 episodes. We got 30 left. That's a long time. So it's not anytime soon. So we'll see. Let me see what you got here. Lincoln says, stickers. Also, any news about people's weapons? Is Aaron carrying Beta's knife? I like both Negan and Maggie lots, but to be honest, I'm on the let's survive stride. Negan is a valuable asset, and Maggie, yeah. We'll have to see. Lincoln brought up the great question on Facebook to me that is Aaron using Beta's knives or a knife, one of his knives? And I couldn't find a good picture of it. Hopefully when that episode comes around, we'll find out more about it too. So good stuff on there too, guys. So that's my hour. Thank you, everybody, for being here, being a part of the live stream. Thank you, everybody who donated and did super chats. My 2 new members, my 2 level 1 PT peeps, my subscribers, my patrons, just everybody checking stuff out. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I truly appreciate it on there too. So thank you guys. Enjoyed the episode tonight. I kind of already did my review earlier in the week. I guess it was this week, right? And then I did one this morning, so I kind of did my review. So I'm not going to post another video like that tonight. Tomorrow I'll post my probably Negan video. I'm going to work on my video for my Easter eggs, because I could try and put that all together of stuff I saw in the episode. And then I'm going to talk about another video of another movie called I Care a Lot on Netflix. That is one of the most frustrating movies I've ever seen in my life. And I hate to make a video about, bad mouthing a movie, but it's such a movie that it's just frustrating. Like, why did they make that movie? I just don't know. But let me know if you've seen I Care a Lot on Netflix. That'll be coming out probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Thank you, guys. Be safe. Enjoy the episode tonight. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories. Doing big things in life takes time and effort. You can do it. You can take breaks. You don't have to do everything all at once. Work a little bit at a time. Work on things. You can do it. I'm working on my book series still, guys. Thank you guys for all the support and everything on every aspect of it. Enjoy tonight's episode. I'll